What's up, people? Big Boss here. I was gonna make some easy mode guides for people. This one here is for turn 7. If you enjoy it, don't forget to thumbs up, like it, leave a comment if you got any questions. I'll be glad to help anybody in it. Hope you enjoy the video. Here we go. Alright, so what we do is we pull it to the 4 o'clock position on the map. And we DPS, and this is pretty much just a burn to 80%. You'll get cyclops, you'll get voice, and you'll get these circle flames thrown out on people. You also gotta watch as a melee circle blade, but that's just move in and out. Don't give any extra damage. When you get this voice here, you want to go all the way to the side almost, at least halfway, so no matter what, if a cyclops spawns on you, you won't freeze it. So what they do is the healers freeze the cyclops. How we do it, we stack the cyclops. We stack all the cyclops in one area. If you get 4 cyclops out on the map, then they quit spawning. Pretty simple. Makes it really easy, trust me. Like, if you want this easy mode, that's the key right there. Stack the cyclopses and go that way with it. Now you also want to make sure you get a voice right before you go into any phasing. Alright, coming into this phase, this is the 80% phase. We made sure we had a voice out so we could freeze the Renaults with the voice. Like, you don't want to go into a phase without that voice. That's what I was saying earlier. Then after that, you just burn these ads as hard as you can. Like, the off tank should pick up this first ad. He shouldn't pop any defensive cooldowns on this ad. This should just be a straight, as much damage as you can, burn this guy here down. Now at this point, we got a shriek going out. You have to go to the middle. You don't want to be in line of sight of the shriek and get hit. Now you move over to this guy. Now this is the quick one here. Like, you have to literally burn every cooldown you got for this ad if you want to do this good anyway. Like, you just burn all your damage. Just go ham. Do everything you can to kill this ad before it moves. We don't quite get it killed before we move. And sometimes that plays a part into some bad positioning, but we recover a lot here. As you see me here, I'm running right through. A voice just went out. I got a voice on me. I'm just going to run to the edge right here. I'm like, that's my safest spot. Get to the edge. Go back to the middle because you got a shriek coming out. And then that's pretty much this phase. And once you kill this last ad, that's the 3 ads. This is the hardest part though. Like, if you start messing up in this part, it's gonna be hard to get through it. Like, you have to get your tanks to do everything right here, especially your off tank. Like, he needs to blow cooldowns if you still got one of the ads up. Like, run over there with vengeance, whatever he's got to do to make sure he doesn't get one shot, because these guys can pretty much one shot off tank easy. Alright, so this is the after the ads phase right here. You know, this is what we consider the recovery phase. We had a healer die, we rezzed him. You just keep doing your same shit over and over here. Just recover, recover, recover. You won't get no more Renauds now. If you got your 4 Renauds out, you're good, you're golden. Just keep those frozen and you're good. That's why here we also make sure that we don't push it below 60%. Because 60% is when the archer ads comes. So you definitely have to make sure you do not push the boss below 60% right here. Other than that, that's all for this phase. Alright, so here we are at 60%. It's just 4 archers. You just burn these bitches as hard as you can. Like, it's literally just me and the off tank kill the front 2 ads while the range kill the back 2 ads. We don't go on the back 2 because you don't want to happen to get caught by a voice that's freezing the Renaud, so it's best to keep your melee on the front, have your range kill off the back ones, and that's that. Like, if you do this right, you're only gonna have 1 shriek during this whole thing, and you stack up for that, and that's so easy. This is like the easy mode phase right there. Alright, after the archer ads are dead, we got what we consider the burn phase. You just burn this down to 35% as quick as possible. If you do it exactly right, well, not exactly, but you know, if you do it right, you'll have the floor landing where you want it. Like, you either want the floor in the inner circle or you want it on the inner ring, never on the outer ring. Other than that, you just keep going with the mechanics of the voice, and you'll see people squeak in a little bit more here, and I'll get hit a couple times from some fireballs, but it's no biggie as long as you don't take 2 fireballs. As a melee, just watch your positioning, make sure you know how big the fireball is, and that's easy. Once you get through this, you get your next big ad. Alright, so this is the final 35%. Off tank picks up the new ad, he pulls it to a safe spot where everybody can avoid shriek and do their damage. I start my limit break before I see the voice coming out, because I can cancel it if I see the voice come out on me. But it doesn't come out on me, we burn it. It's also the same thing. If you start it early enough and you get the shriek, you can still get behind it. That's why I start the limit break just a tad early there. And then after you burn this guy down, you go back to the boss and... Alright, here we go. The final 35%. It's easy peasy now. All you gotta do is watch out for petrifaction and you're good. Like, one of the major keys here is the scholar has to keep up Sucre, because there's still just like massive damage coming out. I know I didn't state it throughout the fight, but it is so important for a scholar to keep up Sucre in this fight. Like, if a scholar doesn't have around 150 used Sucres, then there's probably too much damage going out in this fight for one. Other than that, it's still simple. Just avoid petrifaction. If you get shriek, you run back to the back side of stuff. Like, that's pretty much the fight now. There's going to be one more shriek come out, and when this shriek comes out here, I run back there and kill myself because I don't want to take the chance of not being far enough back. So I was like, well, I'm going to make sure I don't wipe the raid here. Alright, just so you know, the reason I kill myself here, because if I happened to not been far enough back, I would have froze the whole raid, wiped the whole raid with less than 1%, so it just makes more sense. Kill yourself, they're gonna kill it. It's GG.